Alrighty. All right. Hello, everyone. Are y'all ready to do this morning routine in the morning? Ooh, we're going to drop the music down. Good morning, Mags. How are you? Are y'all so ready for this? I'm really excited. I don't think I have my black pen. Oh, good, I do. Hello. All right. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to get this started? Good. Just woke up and getting ready for my day. All right. Perfect. That's all you have to do. Listen, if you have any questions, you can hit with the questions. I've also got the guide on my page too, so I don't have it printed out, but that's okay. We've got the baseline of it, right? So this is how you're going to build the consistent morning routine. If you've seen the 4x4 method, you know how it goes. We've got the 4 boxes laid out. These are going to be for the 4 different morning routines that we will have for ourselves. It is really important that we are giving ourselves multiple morning routines. Right now, you're probably have one morning routine, just your ideal morning routine. And that's why it's so hard to stay consistent on things, right? Because it's impossible to stick with that morning routine. It is impossible to stick with that ideal morning routine every single day, right? All right, we got some more people jumping on, so I'm going to give it a minute so more people can jump on before I jump right in, right? But just a quick overview, your morning routine, or your 4x4 morning routine, I should say, is broken into 4 different parts, hence the name 4x4. So you'll have your ideal morning routine. You are going to use this as like your kind of aspirational. Like I said, this is the morning routine that you're probably already trying to do. I don't usually have to explain this to people a whole lot. They know what their ideal morning routine is. And then you have your energized morning routine. This is the one that I get the most questions on. Look at me. I said I was going to wait. And I'm just like jumping right in. I'm sorry, y'all. Your energized morning routine, biggest difference between your ideal morning routine and your energized morning routine is going to be the movement. You may be doing some kind of movement in your ideal morning routine. Like, for example, I don't have my actual page written out with all of them, but we'll go over it and we'll create these routines together here in a little bit. But for my ideal morning routine, I want to do yoga. Like, oh yeah, I want to wake up and I'm like that girl. I'm like washing my face and doing my face masks and I'm doing my yoga and my meditation, right? Like, we all know. We've seen the girl on Instagram. We've seen the Pinterest account. You know what I'm going for, right? That's the ideal morning routine. The difference between the movement that I'm doing on my ideal morning routine and the movement that I'm doing in my energized morning routine is going to be the intensity. So when I wake up and I'm feeling like even today, I woke up, I knew I had my go live. I truthfully, y'all, set the wrong time. I don't know why my time zone is off on my TikTok, but it's set for Central Time, and I'm on Pacific Time now. So I thought I set it for 11. I set it for 9. So I woke up a little panicked. I woke up feeling a little I say energized because I don't want to say a nervous morning routine. If you guys want it to be a nervous morning routine, though, let me know in the chat. We can always change the name of it, right? So I had my energized morning routine. Not me watching while I'm hungover. Oh, baby, drink some water, get some Pedialyte in your system, take some Tylenol. Let me tell you, I used to have a drinking problem, so I know how to handle hangovers. So energized morning routine, the movement that I would do on an energized morning routine is going to be something a little more intense. The idea is that I'm trying to get out of my head and into my body so I can get these emotions out and through. If you know anything about emotions from like a neurological standpoint, they last about 90 seconds. We don't know a ton about emotions. Our brain is still really unknown. And I don't want to speak on it like I'm an expert, but from what we know and from what we've seen, emotions are pretty much going to last 90 seconds, right? So you really want to get that out of your head, into your body, and then out altogether. That's how I work anyway. So my energized morning routine, for me, it would be my baseline habits, which we'll get into in a second, and then something that's a little more active. I like to run. I used to do track. So for me, it's like just go for a run, get out, go for a run, take a shower. I will feel my nerves and my nervous system will feel much more reset after I do this, right? And then we have our burnout morning routine. I'm actually going to go ahead and label these real quick. Would we add in some if it only needs to be done 3 times a week? What do you mean? Would we add in something if it only? Oh, sprinklers. You can. I think that would be just a personal thing. If you already have a good routine of setting your sprinklers on, probably don't need to. Honestly, actually, I take that back. Probably keep it in there. For me personally, if I keep it on my to-do list, it tends to continue to get done. If it drops off, I won't do it because I don't get the little reward of checking it off my box. No, literally, just gotta hide of bed. I can do this. Yay! Drink that water. All right. So, and then we've got energize. Right. All right. And then how do you do a 24-hour habit thing? Oh, I'll do another video on that, babe. Oh, let me tell you, I'm gearing up to do so much on habits and routines because I have changed my habits so incredibly much this year. Like, I am a different person, like noticeably different person. I need to change my routines. Yes, you're in the right place, baby. All right, so we've got ideal morning routine. We've got the energized morning routine. Next, we're going to have, oh, hearts, thank you. Next, we're going to have our burnout. I know some of you have questions too on, you're like, what do I do if I'm like always in burnout routine? I have answers for that. We will go over that in just a moment, but we're going to go over building them all out and then we'll get into kind of the nitty gritty on them. All right, but your burnout routine. So the days that you wake up and you're like, I am just tired. Like, I am so tired. These are the days that you try to do your ideal morning routine and then you feel really bad for not doing it, right? This routine is going to get rid of that guilt for not doing your ideal morning routine because it's honestly ridiculous to think that you're going to be able to do that every single day, all day. It just does not make sense, right? Some days you're just going to wake up, you're not going to be feeling it. So instead of feeling bad about it and making it even worse, and then that carries through the rest of your day, you're just going to have a burnout routine. You're just going to be like, oh, I woke up extra tired today, so I'm going to do these things instead. Thank so much. Routines, rituals, and habits down. That's what we're doing this year, babe. It really doesn't take as long as you think, too. Start small and you build that consistency. You will be amazed how quickly things change. Like in 6 weeks, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I feel different. And then in a couple of months, people will be like, wow, you like seem totally different. You're like, yeah, I know, I changed my routines. Okay, I'm drinking my water, staying hydrated with you. All right, so we've got our burnout routine. The next one is the bad mood routine. I know I am not the only person who wakes up and just like, I'm just not feeling it some days. Some days I wake up and I really am like, I want to choose violence. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I really do. And sometimes that would just carry, I don't know about you, but that would just carry throughout my whole day. Like I would wake up in such a bad mood and then I would spend the rest of my day in a bad mood. And it was so frustrating because I felt like I had no like autonomy over, I woke up this way. Like, I don't know what made me wake up in a bad mood. It's so frustrating. And then that frustration made it even worse. So instead of getting frustrated and down about it, what I would do, or what I'm now doing, I should say, is doing my bad mood routine. This has been such a game changer for me in carrying that bad mood over through the rest of the day. All right. So I think we've got some more people on. Are y'all ready to jump into this routine? We're going to build out these routines. I'm going to show you my ideal routine, my energized routine, my burnout routine, and my bad mood routine. I'll go through them. I'll go over what baseline habits are, because you want to have baseline habits pretty much in all of these, or some form of your baseline habits in all of these. And then I can answer any questions too as we go through. Like, I know some people had the questions between the ideal and the energized, and what we always do if we're in a burnout routine. I will go over all of that because I've got answers for you. All right, let me know in the chat if you're ready. I'm going to get some more water and drop my pen real quick. I promise I'm still here. All right, and I see some people joining on. Hello, hello, and welcome. We're about to jump into our 4x4 morning method. We're going to build this out together. So if you have any questions, I can answer those questions. You can get some inspiration. If there's a routine that you have, drop it in the chat, y'all, because we're all here for each other. Hope your water is tasty. Super ready. All right, let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. It's delicious. I literally drink out of a big jar, and it's actually been a game changer for me. So the less you have to refill the water, at least for me, the better. A little hack on my habits. All right, y'all. So first thing we're going to do is build the ideal routine. Like I said, you probably already know what your ideal morning routine looks like. This is probably the routine that you're trying to go for every day. So my ideal morning routine pretty much is as follows. I want to get up. I want to drink water. We'll get really detailed with this. I also, too, some people are going to think it's really weird how many details I'm going to put on here. If you are neurodivergent or ADHD, please put all of these little details on here. When you cross this off, it gives you a reward. You drink your water, check it off. Okay, I feel good about myself. Wash my face, brush my teeth. I used to get made fun of for these things. If somebody makes fun of you, literally let me know. I will bully them online for you. Okay, I probably won't. But forget that person. If they don't care about your mental health, why do we care about them, right? Okay, first thing, drink water. The next thing that we're going to do is, that I like to do for my ideal routine is brush my teeth, right? Teeth and then my skincare. Especially as I get older, skincare becomes so, so important, right? So then after skincare, I would meditate. I would do some yoga. I would journal. And then I would, is there anything else I would do? Water, teeth, skincare, meditate, yoga, journal. And then, I think I would just eat my breakfast. Shout out to the person who reminded me to add breakfast to all of my morning routines. I so appreciate it. Make the bed. Actually, I don't make the bed. I have a partner and they wake up later than me, and that's kind of their job. So he can make the bed. He got out of it last. So if you take medicine, I would do that with my breakfast. Oh, I'm pretty sure I spelled vitamins wrong, but you know what I mean. Medication, vitamins, anything that you're going to be taking, I like to take them with food. Yeah, I forget breakfast too. Clean, I actually do my cleaning at night, or I'll do a power clean in the middle of the day. So I actually used to wake up and tidy up in the morning, and I just found it didn't put me in the best mental state. I felt like I wound up doing smaller tasks instead of focusing on the bigger things, and I felt like I wasn't making progress toward my goal. That's a personal thing. If you wake up and you tidy up, that is chef's kiss, babe, and that works for you. Positive affirmations I do in my journal. I can actually show y'all my journal if you want. I call it the 3x3 method. I don't read in the morning. It would put me to sleep if I read in the morning. It's really good. It's funny that a lot of things are coming up because the next thing that I want to do is a night routine for y'all. So it will be really fun to show you guys what I do at night too. Thanks for doing this. You're so welcome. Right? So this is my morning routine. First off, look how long this is. Let's just go through real quick and I really, really want to exercise. Again, for me, that would be yoga. That would be my movement because I do like to put movement in to my morning routine. Right? So first, let's look at morning routine. This is a big morning routine. This is long, y'all. Drink water. Okay, that's going to take me like a minute. Brushing my teeth, we all know that's really going to take like 3 minutes. You need buffer time, right? This is the other thing you're trying to schedule. Brushing my teeth takes 2 minutes. Not, it's going to take you some time. You got to walk to the bathroom. You got to put the toothpaste on the brush, right? Little steps. So give yourself some buffer time. Skincare, 15 minutes. And this is just skincare, y'all. This really isn't doing like any sort of makeup or anything. If I was doing makeup, this would be at least 30. Meditate, that's going to take me about 10 minutes. I know my meditations that I really like to do. Yoga is going to take me like 20 minutes. And again, I'm being pretty lenient. It really would take me more like 30. Thank you. I'm trying to read the comments as fast as they're coming in. I so appreciate y'all. Time limits are really helpful. They really are. It helps you realize you're trying to kind of overbook yourself. Journaling takes me about 10 minutes. And then breakfast and taking all of my like vitamins and medications and everything, that would take me probably like 20 minutes. Okay, so first off, let's just add this up real quick. So we'll say this is 20 minutes right here, right? So 20 minutes to drink water, brush teeth, and do skincare. We're at 30 minutes when we add in our meditating. We're at 50 minutes when we add in our yoga. We're at an hour when we add in our journaling. And then we're at an hour and 20, which would probably be more like an hour and 30. An hour and 30 minutes to do this routine, right? Just from a time perspective, I will not be able to do this every day. I don't wake up realistically with enough time to do this, really most days, right? I thought this was Britney Spears talking. That's the best compliment I've ever gotten. So 1 hour, 20 minutes. And again, this doesn't give me all of the buffer time. I really should have done yoga for 30 and breakfast for 30. So it really would be like more an hour and 40 minutes. That's almost 2 hours. 2 hours on a morning routine. Again, ideal, but not always realistic. We love when we do it, but we're not going to get down on ourselves if we can't. All right. Dressing, laying out your clothes. I actually do that the night before. I personally have a lot of decision fatigue. Like I realized at the end of the day, my brain was just like done for the day. So I try to set myself up the night before, and I'll go over a night routine, y'all. I promise you to really show you, like when I wake up, my water's already ready, my skincare's already set up, my teeth, like my toothbrush is already where it needs to be, because at night I like to brush my teeth in the shower, and so I will move it out of the shower, because if it's not there, if it's not on my counter, I will not brush my teeth. It's a small thing, but it's like it'll set up, it disrupts your cue, right? I have to have my cue set up, so I'll go over all of that on the night routine. 15 minutes for skincare is wild, honey. I am 30. I have the face. I live in a college town and I get ID'd all the time because I have a good skincare routine. And that's all we're going to say on that. Are you going anywhere in the morning? No, I work from home. So I'm going from my bedroom to my living room to my office. Do you have any tips for making it easier to get up early in the morning? I do. I do. As somebody who now, like, I used to wake up, 2 years ago, if I got up before 8, it was like a miracle, an actual miracle, because I worked at 10, so I got up at like 9 most days, because I could still do like a pretty good routine and get everything that I needed to get done. Now I get up at I had my alarm set today for 7, and I went like naturally up at 6. So I have absolutely shifted my time frame on getting up. It's actually pretty crazy. What is 4x4? It's the method that we're doing right now. For everybody that just joined, I know I'm looking at the count and I did not realize we have a lot of people that just joined. 4x4 is how you're going to create a consistent morning routine, right? So you'll have your ideal morning routine, your energized morning routine, your burnout morning routine, and your bad mood morning routine. Because as you can see, an ideal morning routine is great, but it usually takes a lot of time, energy, and effort. Sometimes you will not have those things, and that's totally fair. So you want to have some other routines that you can fall back on so you can stay consistent, right? All right, so The next thing we're going to look at, we've got our ideal morning routine. What we want to look at in this morning routine is I shower at night, y'all. Let me tell y'all are calling me out on things, and I'm like, I promise I do these things. I just do them at night. All right, so you want to look at your ideal routine, and you want to look at what I call baseline habits. So these are going to be the easy things that you are going to do every day that you can do in your other routines, right? This is where the consistency will really happen. This is like the absolute magic. So in my entire ideal routine, the ones that I have are drink water, do my skincare, and brush my teeth. I have my water, like I said, I fill up my water night before, and I have it just set next to my bed so I can drink water at night if I get thirsty. But also, when I wake up in the morning, this is pretty much full, it's ready to go, and I can drink it all down, right? So I've got my drink water, brush my teeth, and do my skincare. Even on my energized routines, right? The energized routine is when you're waking up, you're feeling a little anxious. Like today's a great example. I love doing this go live. I love the energy of the go live, but I would be lying if I said I don't get a little nervous beforehand, especially because I thought I set it for 11 and not 9. So like waking up and realizing I was like 2 hours, like before I actually thought I was supposed to be going live was like very nerve-wracking, right? So, energized routine. We're going to do the same, and it doesn't have to be, mine just happen to be the same 3 things, probably at best if it's that way. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. But drink water, brush my teeth, and do my skincare, right? So every day, even on the days that I wake up and I'm like feeling extra anxious, I will still drink some water. I am actually going to switch it up a little bit because what I do on my energized routines, I drink my water and then I like to go for a run. Or do some kind of like a workout. Usually it's some kind of a run though, right? Because like I said, I'm feeling really nervous. I need to ride that emotional wave and get that out of my body. The best way for me to do that is get out of my head, get out of my body, is to do some kind of movement. So I will run and then I'm going to shower. And in the shower, I will brush my teeth and do my skincare. Right? This is the energized morning routine outside of breakfast. Right? Still got to eat. Still got to take our medications, right? But you can see, okay, I just took out a significant amount of time. Also because showering, brushing my teeth and showering, this probably all takes like 15 minutes. I would probably be a little generous. But again, this is an ideal routine. I don't want to feel rushed. Ideally, I'm not going to be rushed doing my skincare. This time, I've already gone for my run. I'm super duper awake, brushing my teeth, showering, washing my body off. Way less time. My run is probably going to take 15 minutes. I am not super athletic anymore, so I don't even know if I can run a full 15 minutes. It's probably more like 10. Drinking water, that still takes a solid minute. And then eating our breakfast. So you can already see, even if I was really generous with our time, this is going to take me an hour. This is almost less than half the time of this one, right? What time... when would you do energized routines? This is a great question. So this is a really common one too that I've seen from people. So your ideal morning routine, right? That's the morning routine you're already trying to go for every day. Your energized morning routine is those days, you know, when you wake up and you feel a little nervous or just like you got those energies, you got that nerve. And we could call it, y'all, I say energized morning routine. We can call it a nervous morning routine. If you wake up and feel nervous or anxious even, we can totally call it that if that feels more correct with the name, because I want it to make sense for sure. But that nervous morning routine is like those days that you wake up, you're feeling extra anxious, you're feeling extra nervous. Those days that maybe you wake up and you're like, for me, I'll wake up and my brain will just be racing. I will have 100 different thoughts going, and I'm like, okay, I just need to get out of my head. So I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to go for a run. Right? So energized morning routine is really when you're feeling anxious, nervous, or you wake up and you're just extra overthinking that day. And again, you can already see the difference between the two. Can you show us the ideal one again? Yes. Right here, for everybody who just hopped on, I know we've got some new people. We are going through the 4x4 method. We just completed the energized morning routine. We've got a picture of it right here. And That's going to be, like I said, the ideal routine is the routine that you're trying to do probably all the time right now. And then what do we have, 51 minutes? Right? So way less time. Again, it just feels so much more doable. Yes, and I'm showing you how to do this, not exactly what to do. Pull inspiration from it, but I'm not saying you have to follow. This is just my personal routine. So you don't have to follow this routine. Pull inspiration from it. Obviously, I love it. It's worked really great for me. But if there's something on it that doesn't jive for you, or you want to add something to your routine, y'all obviously do it. All right. So we've got our ideal routine and our energized routine. Those have been completed. Now we're going to move on to the last two routines, which is the burnout routine and the morning routine. I know a lot of you have questions too. What if I wake up and I'm just constantly in a burnout routine? Oh, baby, don't worry. I got you. I got you. We're going to have a solution for that. But first, I'm going to show you my burnout routine. So really the biggest thing is, like I said, you're still going to have your baseline. So I'm still going to get up. I'm going to drink water. Right? So the whole thing is the routine, the ones that you do, these little things that you're doing inside of it. These are your habits. Thank you so much about the nails. Thank you. So these are the habits. So the habits are really where that consistency is going to be. Drink water. I'm going to brush my teeth. And I'm going to do my skincare. Right? Now, because this is a burnout routine, I want to schedule in some extra rest or some extra self-care for myself, right? On my burnout routines, I am literally going to sleep in 15 minutes. Right? This is one of the most empowering things that you could do for yourself, literally, is to put on your to-do list to sleep in. First off, it changes your brain chemistry and how you think about rest. Right now, you probably think rest isn't very productive. Once you start putting rest on your to-do list, it'll start feeling a little more productive. You will not feel bad for sleeping in either. You're burnt out, babe. You're tired. There's no reason that you should feel bad to sleep in, right? What time do I wake up? I wake up super duper early. I wake up at like 4:45 in the morning. So I actually, that's when my alarm is set, but I actually usually wake up before then. It sounds really crazy, but I actually genuinely do like my life a lot. Worked really hard to get to this point. So I'm like not ashamed to say it, but it was like a great point. And now I'm genuinely excited to like wake up most days and live my life. Damn girl, when do you go to sleep? Like 9:30. Usually 9:30 to 10. 10 is my hard bedtime. All right. So put on your burnout, right? You don't have to put on your burnout, but highly consider adding some kind of additional rest into your burnout, right? Okay, so I'm going to sleep in for 15 minutes. I'm going to do this little skincare routine right here. Honestly, too, on my burnout routine, y'all, I don't care if I brush my teeth for literally 5 seconds. It's the fact that you do it. And I have one of those brushes that like keeps the time for you. So I know when I've brushed 2 minutes and I know when I've brushed less than 2 minutes. If I brush for 10 seconds, it is a win. It doesn't say brush my teeth for 2 minutes. It just says brush my teeth, right? Same thing with my skincare. If I just throw on some sunscreen, that's a win. I've done my skincare. Your burnout routine does not need to be super extensive. You're burnt out, babe. Care for yourself. Give yourself love. You deserve it. You've given it to so many other people who honestly, low-key, let's be honest, they did not deserve your love. Your love is dope. Your love is great, and you should give your love to yourself, right? So, and you should also not feel bad for resting. So literally, please, 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 please add some rest onto that to-do list. So I'm going to do the whole thing, and then maybe, again, if I have time, I'll journal. I wouldn't read. I thought about adding read. I wouldn't read, but this could be something that you would maybe want to read. That's totally fair too. Also, another thing, if you're really feeling burnt out, y'all, you can just scroll on your phone for 15 minutes. Set a timer, scroll on your phone. It doesn't matter, right? Take care of yourself. Journal, and then I'm going to eat my breakfast. Again, and maybe because I'm feeling extra burnt out, instead of, oh, I did spell journal wrong. Thanks, y'all. Sometimes people think I spell things wrong to try and get people to comment. I'm like, I don't. I'm just talking and writing at the same time. All right, journal. And then I'm going to eat my breakfast, right? And this is to something, maybe not something that you have to make a habit of, but if you have a list of safe food for your breakfast, you should have some easy foods on there, something fast, something quick, and you can always go out and get yourself some food, right? I know I grew up in a home like, just sharing a little about me. I don't usually get this personal and vulnerable, so if I seem uncomfortable. But I grew up like super poor, like food stamps kid. So going out to buy food at McDonald's, like that was not a thing in my household. We did not do that. This is now something that it's very healing for me. If I'm super burnt out, I have McDonald's money to go get myself. But it also helps with my burnout routine. Like, I am so tired. I don't need to be cooking food. Solidarity, it changes your brain chemistry. It does. Oh, me too. Yes. I'm so glad, babies. I'm so glad we're out here healing, getting our McDonald's money, getting our McDonald's treats. Yes. Okay. I'm so glad I shared because it's so glad I'm not alone, y'all. McDonald's pancakes. I just found out what a McGriddle was. Listen. Okay. So my husband, he grew up not super wealthy, but like my family was, and there was very like, babe, like just get this. And so we were at McDonald's the other day, and I was like, my God, an egg, and he's like, well, get a McGriddle. And I never knew what it was because if I did go out to eat as a kid, it would always be like the cheap thing on the menu, and a McGriddle is extra. So I had a McGriddle for the first time. It changed my life, y'all. All right. Okay. So burnout routine. Now, big question. What if you wake up and you're like, okay, burnout routine. Okay, next day, burnout routine. Okay, next day, burnout routine. And then it's been a whole 2 weeks. Even if it's been a week of burnout routine, y'all don't sound the alarm. That's really not that big of a deal, especially too, not trying to be any type of way. But if you are like, if your body's creating estrogen more than testosterone, you know what I mean? Like women, high, low, we know there might be a week that we wake up in just a full burnout routine, and that's totally fine. That's the part of the cycle that we're in. It's been a week, you don't need to sound the alarm. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. If it's been 2 weeks, now we're going to implement our strategy, right? So instead of this being our burnout routine, this now became our ideal routine. We're going to stop trying to fight the current and just stick a paddle in it and go with it. Especially, babe, my neurodivergent friends, where are you at? Where are you at? Because if you try to fight yourself, you will make no progress. Right? There's nothing wrong with you. Yes, there isn't. You are perfect just the way you are, let me tell you. Yes, right? Don't try and fight yourself. I heard the best thing. They're like, there really is no such thing as neurodivergent and neurotypical. There are just brains that do things based off of importance, and there are brains that do things based off of interest. I personally, and I'm sure so many of you, are interest-driven brains. If your brain isn't interested, it is going to be impossible to get you on board, even if it does feel important, even if it is important, right? So instead of trying to fight yourself on things, we're just going to stick a pad in it and we're going to go with it. So if this has been consistent for, again, more than 2 weeks, if it's been a week, you're fine. Even on 2 weeks, if you start to see yourself going into any of these other different routines, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. You're being too hard on yourself and you're trying to make too many judgments about yourself too quickly. So you don't need to do any of that, right? All right, so burnout routine is now going to be our ideal routine. This is what we're aspiring to do every day. Sleep in 15 minutes. Just change your alarm. Did you know you could do that? Did you know you can just change your alarm? Put the water right next to your bed so you literally can just drink water in bed. You can do yoga in bed, y'all. Did you know that? If you really want to stretch and do movement, just do it in bed, right? Meet yourself where you're at. And again, you can change this too. Okay, so this is now going to be, let's say I've been in burnout for over 2 weeks. So this is now my new ideal routine. My new energized routine is going to be this, except I am going to do some movement in bed. I'm going to do some yoga in bed. My burnout routine, I'm going to make this even easier on myself. And I'm just not going to I'm going to do the baseline of habits, and I'm going to get myself breakfast, right? Maybe go out and buy myself some breakfast. So this really feels like a reward too. We love rewarding ourselves. It's not that we're childlike, or it's not that we're childish for needing rewards for things. It's just that our brain is built that way, right? All right. Last we've got, does that answer questions? Sorry, before I move on, I want to make sure, because this is one I'm getting questions on, and I really want to make sure people know stuff. There's nothing wrong. You're doing really, really great. But we're feeling good about burnout routine. We don't have any questions. If we do, let me know. I'm going to drink some water real quick. Oh, am I cutting out? I'm sorry. It's because I'm in my garage. My garage is my office right now. So I'm not connected to my Wi-Fi extender. I can connect to my Wi-Fi extender real quick. I'll be frozen for like a minute or two, but I want to make sure. You forgot medication. Oh, I did. Yep. Technically, that would be a part of my breakfast. But this is why I love doing these, because people are genuinely like, listen, you think you're taking well care of yourself, go on a live and people will be like, nah, you got to take care of yourself. There are a ton of 5-minute lazy girl workouts to do in your bed. Yes. Yeah, literally. Just look at your YouTube. Look at your YouTube. Go on YouTube and just type in like bed workout 5 minutes. Boom. You're going to have so many. All right. It's cutting out a ton. All right, y'all. I'm going to switch out to my Extendify real quick. Give me one moment. All right. Oh, no. Let me know if we're still frozen or not. It does seem like it's, oh, okay. It just told me that it resumed my life. Okay. Are we good? I'm so sorry, y'all. I was switching my Wi-Fi over. Hopefully it's better. We good? We're back. Okay, we're back? Good. Oh, perfect. Yay. Okay, now I know. Hopefully we don't have any more issues with that. Seems better. Yes. Listen, we just pray to the Wi-Fi gods and hope they work in our favor. Okay, so last routine that we're going to do is the bad mood morning routine, right? Going to do this with my kids. That makes me so happy. Y'all, when you say you do this with your kids, I'm like, yes, teach the next generation these things so they can learn from us and not feel bad about like silly things, not hitting almost a 2-hour routine every day. Like, so unrealistic. We love when we can do it. All right. So, bad morning routine. You know those days, maybe it's just me, you wake up and you're like, I feel like choosing violence. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You're like, I just cannot today. Today is not the day. And then it winds up ruining your like entire day, and you snap at somebody that you like really didn't deserve it. And you're like, I'm frustrated because I woke up and I don't even know why I'm in a bad mood. I just like woke up in a bad mood. Maybe that's just me. But if you have those days, right? Again, for those of you that may have just hopped on, you'll always have those baseline habits, right? So I'm still going to use those even in my bad mood routine. I'm waking up, I'm drinking my water. I'm going to brush my teeth, and I'm going to do my skincare, right? So Fridays are bad. Brain is tired and all over the place. Yes. Even, I was going to say too, if your brain feels all over the place, it could be a burnout routine, depending on how tired you feel or how much your brain is overthinking. It could be an energized routine too. All right. So, burnout or bad mood routine. Oh my goodness gracious, that was not dry yet. That's okay. We can still read it. So, drink water, brush teeth, and then we're going to do skincare. I really like to make sure that there is some kind of self-care and then mood reset that I have in here, right? So self-care and then some kind of like a mood reset that I do for myself. Nightly routine. I am going to do a nightly routine. Probably not for this live, I think I'm actually like literally past the time that I was going to go, but that's not a big deal. We can always go past. But I will do another one for nightly routines because so many people had so many questions that I did not realize on those. So I will totally make sure to address that. Okay. So we've got drink water, brush teeth, do skincare. The other thing that I like to do, don't make fun of me, y'all. On the days that I'm having a really bad mood, I like to do a dance party. Particularly to the song Dancing in the Moonlight. I don't know why I can't be mad listening to that song, and I can't help but dance. So I literally have Dancing in the Moonlight. At this point, I actually have it set as my alarm when I wake up. Sometimes I still am not feeling it, like something goes wrong pretty early in the morning, and then I'm at like 5 minutes and I'm like, I need to change my routine and do a bad morning routine. Yes, dance party. So I like to do a little dance party. Again, it's kind of the same thing as the energized routine. Right in my head, I need to work through this, get it out of my head, through my body, and out of my body. Dance party, I'm going to move it. It also helps reset the nervous system. Dance parties are really so good. If you want a morning routine, or if you want a dance party, you can totally hit me up and I will put a playlist together for you, because I think my dance party routine or my dance party playlist is pretty dope in the morning. Okay, and then the next thing I like to do after kind of a little maybe less in my feels, but they're still lingering around, I definitely like journal. I do a different journaling method for my bad mood routine than I do for the other routines. The other routines that I journal, I use the same journal, which is this one right here. It gives you prompts and everything. Don't mind me because I skip days and I will put stickers in so I remember what I did that weekend. So it goes over I am, I have, I'm grateful for, so we've got gratitude in there. My why, which if you're not familiar with why circles, you can go see on that, which is just kind of like my overarching, like, this is my reason for doing things. Really important too. I didn't realize the more I'm finding out about ADHD, knowing my why and like why I have my so important. And then I'm happy and thankful now that, which is my gratitude or my manifestation statement. So this is what I use on the other two, or on the other days. On the bad mood day, if I'm going to journal, and this is just an if, I like to see how I feel after I do my dance party. But if I'm going to journal, I just freeform journal. I will grab a piece of paper and I will just write out like, I'm not feeling good today. I'm really frustrated. This is what I'm frustrated about. Writing it out, moving your hand, thinking about it, writing those things will do wonders for your brain. And then we're going to roll right into some breakfast, right? And then again, this is just, y'all, this is mine. So you don't have to follow this if it doesn't work for you. You can absolutely change things around. Yes, I will show the full page so you guys can see it. Again, I didn't put times down here. I'll actually add those real quick. So sleep in 15 minutes, drink water, skincare, teeth. I would do a variation of these. So drink water, skincare, teeth. I would do a variation of these. So my teeth would probably still be about 2 minutes. Ideally, probably more like 1 though. 1 minute. Again, we're working in buffer time. And then I'd probably do like 5 minutes for my skincare. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. We're going to do 5 minutes for journaling. Again, I would take this method and I would cut it down. So that 3-3-3 method where I'm writing 3 I am affirmations and 3 I have affirmations and 3 things that I'm grateful for, I'm just going to write 1. I'm just going to write 1. You can do that. You can. You don't have to fill up the whole page. If they gave you 3 lines, you don't have to write on 3 lines. You can write on 1 and you're not in trouble. You have absolute permission to do that, right? So you're going to make it change depending on what you need. And then breakfast, I'm probably just going to order my breakfast. So like, again, 5 minutes. Again, 5, 10, 15. So what is this? 20, 35 minutes? Look at how possible. Like, we're just dropping times down. Affirmations. So those are the things that you write. I always say write them out, because when you write them, literally, guys, moving your hand, it's a different thing than when we talk. Our words and our thoughts are formed in 2 different parts of our brain. And when you write, different parts of your brain light up. So you write out these things like, I am, like one thing that would be great, like, I am not someone who skips my morning routines. Very, very powerful statement. Your identity is attached to it. It's an I am statement. And also, when you write it down, again, it changes that brain chemistry. All right. So, bad mood morning routine. through this real quick on the time. 1 minute. We kind of already know. I'll probably do, again, a little bit less of a variation of my skincare. Dance party takes about 5 minutes. Journaling takes about 10 minutes. And then on a bad mood morning routine, I like to eat oatmeal. I don't know why, y'all. This is, again, just super personal to me. It doesn't take near as long. Again, I have safe foods that I kind of base my breakfasts off of, so it helps me know like how much time breakfast is going to take too. So let's see here. 30. So again, this is probably like 40 minutes, right? I am someone who always does my morning routine. Yes, is the best affirmation, right? It's so perfect for this too. It's such a powerful, powerful statement. It really is. All right, so here is the full routine. We've got your ideal, your energized, the burnout, and the bad mood. You can take a screenshot. I also have the worksheet on my page so you can create your own. Again, this is just mine. You don't have to follow these. Rework them. I know a lot of people were like, I read in the morning. I would do this in the morning. I'm like, do those things, boo. If you shower or read or do certain things in the morning, we love that. How long is meditation? It depends. I think you can kind of see I've actually got like a couple of different, I think I only have one meditation in here actually. I do. Meditation for me, I was going to say I don't do it on all of the other days, but like my ideal routine, I have like different time variations of it because an hour and 20 is kind of a long time. So I will do anywhere from 5 minutes on the lowest end. I don't think in less than 5 minutes. Like for me personally, I don't think it would do a whole lot. And then on the high end, I do in the morning, probably like 15 to 20 minutes. Anything after 20 minutes, it can start to lose my interest. And also I will get sleepy. It is morning time. I have my eyes shut. I'm starting to get comfortable. So I don't want to be asleep that long. Hi, Paula. Hey, baby. So good to see you. Oh my gosh. I've been watching your TikToks. All right. Any other questions on the morning routine? We'll do the evening routine next. I'll post a video on that one probably later today so you can have all of that. And I think that is all we have unless we have any other questions. I have questions. Go, Paula. This just made me do my skincare. Oh my gosh, yes, that makes me so happy. There's certain things that like, listen, there are certain, what do they say? Hills that I'll die on? I don't know what the saying is. There are certain things that I like absolutely live by. That is one, like skincare, that is one of them, babe. Having good skincare and a good skincare routine, that is where it's at. Okay, let's see. How do you deal with time management? Honestly, ooh, my phone's getting warm. Sorry. Gotta move my light over a little bit. Honestly, girl, I suffer from time blindness. I am not the best person with time management, to be totally truthful with you. So there's a couple of things that I've implemented that have totally helped me. The first one is doing daily quarters. I am also, just for reference, like a recovering perfectionist. So I missed that hour. Oh, yep, it just told me. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. So if I missed that hour, I would feel like a complete failure, and then I would just spiral and nothing else would get done that day. So instead of doing hourly chunks of like 1, 2, 3, 4, I do quarterly chunks. So I know from like this time to this time, I'm just going to try to get these things done. And then I set alarms. I just set alarms for myself. I also am like very competitive by nature. So I love like, not for my morning routine because it would be maybe a little too intense for me personally, but this could work great for you, where I would be like, okay, my skincare, 15 minutes, bet. Like I will put a timer on for 15 minutes because I know I can realistically probably get done in like 12 minutes and I will beat the timer. I make it a game for myself. Absolutely. I like to do this with tasks that I'm not like super stoked about, particularly dishes or laundry, like cleaning stuff. I literally will set a timer for 15 minutes and get as much cleaning as I can done. It keeps my house really clean because I consistently just 15 minutes a day, like throw some laundry in or do this or that. That has been the best, but I don't know if that is necessarily with time management. That's just helped me because I have time blindness. So I hope that helps. What is the workbook that you use on the page? The Life Transformation Kit has pretty much all of the workbooks that are on the page. This one is linked specifically as the 4x4 worksheet. So you can just get that. I didn't have time to upload it to everything, so I just uploaded it to the link on my page so you can get the 4x4 worksheet. But there is a habit bundle that will go over like everything with your habits. It goes over morning routines. I'm getting ready to update it with this. Also, when you buy digital, y'all, and I make any updates like this, you will get those updates. So which is kind of cool. I like that. Unlike printed, like once you get it, I can't update it, unfortunately. So if you get that, habit book, Life Transformation Kit, yes. The Life Transformation Kit has literally everything. It'll have the journal that I showed you. It'll have the planner that I use as well that you see in all of my videos. It'll have the Better Habit workbook. So it has everything there for you. It is literally like, I think it's like, I did the math. I don't have the number in front of me, so I could be misquoting, but I think it was like $17,000 that I have spent on like coaching and personal development. And that's not counting books that I've purchased. That's just like coaching and things like that. It is the Life Transformation Kit. It is for sale. Let me tell you, it is so much in there, y'all. It would be like doing myself a disservice if I gave it for free, but also it would be really overwhelming, I think, if people just got it for free, if that makes sense. There is a free workbook on my page, though. You can get started with that. That gives you the 7-day guide. What am I trying to say? 7-day worksheet, life wheel worksheets, 7 days of that. So we'll go over all of that. I have everything except the newest one. Thank you. And if you ever have questions, if you get this too, I literally just had a girl message me and she's like, I got this and I don't know how to use it. And I'm like, we'll just hop on FaceTime real quick and I'll like walk you through it. So if you ever get something, if it doesn't make sense, reach out to me. I am really honestly so passionate about these because they've worked so well for me, y'all. I literally, okay, just like I don't usually get this personal, and I'm getting personal on this live, but I literally was like the typical like high achieving, people-pleasing perfectionist girl. I lived for everyone else. I did all of the right things. I graduated college early. I got a high-paying job. I got the fancy apartment. I got married. I got the car. I got like all of the things. I was so miserable. Yes, Life Transformation Kit on the website. I was so miserable with my life. I literally quit my high-paying job, packed my stuff up, and ran away. I straight up, I said at the time, I was like, I'm going to travel. No, I was trying to run away from my life because I was so miserable, and I didn't understand why, because I did all of the things I thought I was supposed to do to be happy. I was like, I'm totally gypped. Are you kidding me? Like, I sacrificed all of this. I don't know who I am. I absolutely hate this. I cannot imagine doing this for any more amount of time, right? So I did all of these things, ran away, and then lost all of my belongings because I was in a travel trailer doing like we all have seen the people on Instagram living their van life. I was basically doing the van life thing, and I got in an accident and I lost all of my belongings. So now I'm like, oh, I have nothing physically. Like I had 2 milk cartons of clothes, and that was it. Like, and I was like, oh, okay. And I ran away from a life that I was totally miserable. I'm like, I feel lost. I have nothing. If I can start from there, I was so depressed, y'all. And like, rightfully so. I had just lost all of my belongings. I ran away from a life that was like, I worked hard to create, but like didn't make me happy. And I'm glad I did. Because who knows, I probably would still be living that life trying to convince myself I was happy. So all of this, right? This happened in 2019. And then, just to be totally real with you guys, in 2020, I was dealing with all of this trauma, and I went up in a home because I was so depressed. I could not handle my emotions, right? So this is where I'm like, I kind of like fast tracked, I feel like, all of this. I did not realize this would like happen as quickly as it did. I thought I would still be like working through a lot of things, but this is where I'm so passionate about these things. I'm like, you don't have to run away from your life. You don't have to like literally get so depressed that you don't want to be here anymore. You don't have to do any of those things. And I would love for you to not have to do any of those things. I would love for you to learn from the mistakes that I have made and like the hard lessons that I've learned, and learn all the tools that I paid honestly like thousands of dollars to learn. Like if I can give you all of that and you walk away learning that, I know you've done the right thing. All right, I'm moving my hands. I'm getting off my soapbox too. Take your screenshots, y'all. I'll get a video posted for the PM routines, so we will have that. Start simple and build from it. Yes, when I say I literally started with just drinking water. Y'all, just drinking water. This was my goal. I just want to wake up and first thing in the morning, I just want to drink water before I consume anything else. This is where I started with. Then we started to do skincare, which I did before I started brushing my teeth. I had really bad dental hygiene. If y'all know, you know, for a while there. And now I'm brushing my teeth and I'm doing my skincare and I'm able to do all these other things, right? Okay, I'm sorry. I said I would move and I keep pointing at it. All right. Any other questions? Consume water before you consume your phone. Exactly. It's not just like food or coffee or, you know, whatever else things you might be consuming in the morning, babes. No judgment over here. But yeah, it's technology too. The information that you're consuming. Like sometimes we're like, gosh, I feel so bad about myself. And I'm like, yeah. And then I realized I spent like 5 hours on my phone looking at people whose lives were overly perfect. And it made me feel really bad about myself. What's the name of the top two? It is ideal morning routine and energized morning routine. Thank you. I needed this. You're so welcome, Mona. Thanks for joining. It honestly means the world to me, y'all. I'm so happy that you guys hang out with me and have this time and spend this energy with me. All right. Thank you. This is the 4x4 method. I've got a video posted on my page. You can go watch it. It's like probably the third video down. So you can go watch it and you will have everything right there. Yes, real quick, last thing, because I know this is like a very common question and I answered it in the beginning, but it's been a long time since then. So your ideal morning routine. This is the routine that you're probably already trying to do every day. As you can see, it's long, it's ideal, it's great, it's wonderful. We love it. The energized morning, which I'm probably going to change the name to more like anxious or nervous. So when you wake up and you're feeling like nerves in your body. This morning was a perfect example, y'all. I woke up, I thought my go live was set for 11 Central. It was set for, 11 Pacific. It was set for 9 Pacific. Which I was like, oh my gosh, 2 hours less than what I thought I had. Immediately, I'm like very nervous. I'm feeling it in my body. So what you want to do is try and have something more physical so you can get a little bit out of that head, out of that body, and kind of get those nerves reset, right? So I'll do some kind of run, some kind of workout. And instead, on my ideal morning routine, I usually like to do some kind of a yoga. Again, these times can all be adjusted to make it work for you. That makes sense. Okay, perfect. I love y'all. If y'all have any questions, I'll stay on for just another minute or two so I can answer those, because I want to make sure this just makes sense and you're excited to use it. So you actually use it, right? If you're not excited to use it, maybe it's just me. I'm like, oof. Or vagus nerve. I literally did a meditation this morning that's time to reset your vagus nerve, and it was incredible. It was like very, very revolutionary. Ideal morning routine. That's the morning routine that you're ideally trying to do every day. So it's probably the morning routine that you have in your mind where you're like, you know, at night when you're like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna drink water and brush my teeth. I'm gonna do my skin, meditate and journal and yoga. And I'm gonna do all those things. Yeah, that's your ideal morning routine, right? So it's the things that you want to try to accomplish every day. Let's see. Explain the bottom two. Yeah. So your burnout routine, real quick, is the routine, you know, when you wake up and you're feeling extra tired, you're feeling extra burnt out. that is the routine. You're going to go for this. Instead of feeling bad, right now you're probably waking tired, you're trying to do your ideal routine, and you just do not have the time, energy, and effort to actually do it. So you wind up feeling bad, and that carries out throughout the whole day when you don't need it because you're tired, and what you really need is your love. You need to just give yourself some extra love and be compassionate with yourself, right? That's your bad mood routine, or those days you wake up and you feel like choosing violence. You're like, I'm just not feeling it today. And it tends to carry through the rest of your day. Yep, that bad routine, that's when you'll do the bad routine. Put something that's like a mood set. For me would be a dance party or some journaling, something a little careful. Do you have any affirming books? Yep, this one right here, the 333 journal on Amazon. It's the one that I use for morning routines, actually. I clearly love it. I'm getting ready to change the background from white. So if you want the white one, it's the time to get it. It just gets a little messy, and I want this to look beautiful for you guys all the time. This is the one that I use, and I highly recommend. Would love to know what Vegas. I will post it on my Instagram story of this, and I'll post the link to it. I've posted it several times, and I will continue to post it because I love it. Also, if you guys are on Threads, I know it can be a heated topic. If you're on Threads, though, you can get it on Threads as well. I'll post it there with the link too, because they let you post links and stuff. I just realized when I wake up, it's the I have to release. Yes, exactly. Just ordered the kit. Thank you. Congratulations, babe. You're going to love it. If you have any questions, hit me up. Let me know. You'll have my email. Like I said, if you have questions, just message me and we'll chat them out because I want to make sure these work for you. The name of the journal, it's called the 333 journal. If you look on my Amazon, it'll be linked with the progress planner and the 333 journal. It's like super zoomed in on their page for some reason, and they won't let me change it. But if you're on my Amazon, if you go to the link in my bio and then you click on Amazon, I think it says Amazon. I should probably know what they say. If it doesn't say Amazon, it'll say physical copies. Let's see. Oh, it'll say Progress Planner and 333 Journal. So if you click on that, you'll be able to get it. All right, I'm so excited. I love the way you teach. Thank you. I love y'all so much. You literally mean the whole world to me. 333 Journal, yes. All right. Let me know, y'all, if you have any other questions. I'll schedule another live. That way we can go over the 4x4 method for the night routine, and I will have a video posted for you here later today. All right, I'll talk with you later. Bye, babe.